What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Maho Radio, the 13th edition. I appreciate y'all. I am your host, D, and formerly known as Director Nasty. This is the one and only radio anime show in the entire Sekai. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. Usually, we do just the tip, we do the quest board, we do the awards of the week, some waifu goddess Izakai. Today, we have a special episode. It is the end of the year. We're about to roll out of 2024 and jump into 2025. Today, we're going to do our top anime of the year. And the criteria is this. Normally, you'll do stuff that started in the end of winter, rolling into 2024, or you'll do stuff that started in 2024, rolling in 2025. Nope, we're not doing that. We are exclusively doing anything starting and ending in 2024. The only exception is Frieren. That's the only exception that we're gonna give, and that's only because, if I remember correctly, Frieren only had 4 or 5 episodes in the first half, in 2023, but most 20 something of the episodes of Frieren were in 2024. So that is gonna be making it in the 2024 list because I didn't do 2023, and I'm not gonna put in 2025, and that baby gotta be placed somewhere in this mug. So with that being said, welcome to episode 13 of Sauce on Whole Radio. We're jumping into the top anime of 2024. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the top anime, everything that I enjoyed this year, my favorites, top 10, right? And then after that, right now, they are not listed in any order whatsoever. I do not have them listed in any order. I just happen to put them in the order that I thought about them and in the order that I wrote them in and I typed them out, and that's it. They are not in any sort of order. At the end of the talking about all the top anime, I am then going to tier list them at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for all that. We will do a live tier listing in the Discord most likely. So you're going to hear people arguing, people giving their thoughts, their feelings, their efforts, their contributions, talking about whatever they want to hear. And I do believe I'm going to do an open forum on this one. It's going to be a free radio call-in. I'm going to be in the Discord. Make sure you join the Discord so you can catch episodes every Monday. Whether you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, make sure you check us out and go on the Discord so you can get the notification when we go live for this. So with that being said, I won't hold you any further. Let's get into the reason you're here. Top anime of the year 2024. And the first one we are starting with is the classic Dan the Dan, bro. Look, Dan the Dan is right now the first one being talked about because one, it's the most recent one that ended and probably the best one that I've seen in this last half of the year. It's one of the best new shonens that really balances romance, mystery, action, word building in perfect unison. No misses at all. Okarun is a breath of fresh air as an MC who plays a weirdo but relatable. And it's really a great mix for him in this weird ass show, right? Momo's fantastic co-lead in that she's not the typical damsel in distress. She is both soft and thugged, which is something that not a lot of anime get right with the female leads. Sometimes they're tsundere, they're very tough. Sometimes they're just a damsel, oh, I need help all the time. And it's okay, girl, I need you to do something. Stop acting like Sakura. But Momo is a perfect balance of the two where she needs to be saved, but she don't want to be saved, or she don't need to be saved either. It's just a good teamwork between the two, and their chemistry is electric, absolutely electric. There's hardly a time when I have Momo and Okarun in the same scene, and I'm just not looking at both of them like, what are we doing? What's gonna happen? Somebody do something! And the way they bounce off each other, the VAs, and of course the author themselves, fantastic job all around. Additional characters all around Okarun and Momo have great depth. You got Granny Sieko, you got Turbo Baba, you got Aira, you got Gigi, who I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like him at first, but he's definitely grown on me, showing that he has two sides of him. There's a real side that he shares with Momo here and there because they're friends, and then there's a masquerade, the facade, the mask that he puts on in front of people to either protect himself or to project whatever he wants people to think that he is. And it's very interesting when you do that with certain characters. And then of course Aira's sailor fucking otaku shit is hilarious. It's everybody around you has their own a story that feels well fleshed out or is currently being fleshed out. And it's not just some shallow, like, yeah, this is the new friend, he's here, or this is the new girl that used to bully him, but now she doesn't bully him, and now she's here. It's very much meaningful, and they give the characters life, breathe it into him, like on some CPR stuff, which we did see somebody get some CPR, if you know what I mean. The other thing that I love about Dan and Dan is the world feels full and unexplored. Like typically you get this feeling when you have Izakai and you get transported to another world, like, wow, I have all this to explore. Dan to Dan does a fantastic job of, you know, you're in Japan, but because of the elements that they bring in with the aliens and the yokai, it feels like an unexplored world, the unexplored land that you can't wait to see what's gonna produce and what's gonna happen next. I absolutely love Dan to Dan. Without a doubt, if you know anybody who watches anime and Dan to Dan isn't somewhere on their top list, that's not your friend and they don't like anime. I'm gonna say it just like that, and I have no regrets. If they don't like it, they could go argue with their mamas or they come fight me, but ain't nobody wanna see me in the streets, you know what I mean? You don't wanna see me in these streets, son! But yeah, so first one on the list is definitely Dan to Dan. Top anime of the season, fantastic. And oh, speaking of anime, the animation for Dan to Dan, there's not a lot of things this season that's beating Dan to Dan animation wise. Animation wise, Dan to Dan is without a doubt top three. I'm putting up there with Bleach. I'm putting it up there with Kaiju number 8. And I'm gonna throw this in here and y'all gonna be mad. I'm throwing it in there with Blue Lock. I said it. And what? Fight me, son. Anyways, we're gonna jump to the next anime of the year. I'm putting Frieren up there. That's why I had to give the preamble that Frieren wasn't considered, in my book, was not considered a 2023 anime. Like most of the episodes, Frieren had 26 episodes, and if I'm correct, 20 of them came out in 2024. That's a 2024 anime as far as I'm concerned. I was talking to Golden, one of the members in Twitch earlier, about how winter animes are considered for the next year, and not the year that they started. And I was like, that's weird, but okay, I can understand kind of why, but that's weird. Because a perfect example is if I stuck to my guns and I said only anime that started and ended in 2024 are going to be considered, Frieren wouldn't have made this list. But I cannot make a top anime of 2024 and not include Frieren. It would be doing a disservice to an entire anime community because this one singular show put fantasy anime right back on the map. Not to say that, you know, fantasy anime was never on the map, but we put it back on, bro. Like a piece of a puzzle that fell on the floor, it's back on the table, son. It legitimately came with a unique and seemingly ass backwards story. It's a one to kind of look at what happens after you achieve world peace and the complexities that come with living a long life as her being an elf that hasn't really been depicted like this before. There's definitely been depictions of like, you know, oh, I'm a vampire, I've lived for 1,000 years, but it's really more like slice of lifey. This is one of the first times where we see like the demon lord was defeated and your friends passed, but Frieren, because of her long life, didn't really learn to appreciate the people around her when she could have. And she is constantly doing this thing where, like, she's like, it's just 4 years. And all the humans are like, did this bitch just say it's only 4 years? Like, that might be a week to you, but 4 years is like, I don't know, like a tenth of my life, depending what period I grew up in. We're looking like at the 1600s where the average lifespan was 36 years. Girl, you just took a ninth of my life. Like, what are we talking about here? But I say all that to say, I thought the world building was fantastic. The storytelling was amazing. Every episode where you felt like you weren't really getting anything, you ended up getting something. Nothing was wasted. You either got a lesson about the hero Himmel, you got a lesson about living life and appreciating the people around you, or you got a lesson on why you should not fuck with these demons. And if you see a demon, you should shoot it on sight. I never thought that was something I would have to tell somebody, oh, a demon, kill it. And they're like, but what if, no, we kill demons over here. Matter of fact, I keep salt on me at all times. You never know when you're going to have to hit somebody with a salt. You know what I mean? But in this world where Frieren has done all the hard work, people have forgotten that you're supposed to kill demons. But I say all that to say, Frieren was amazing. It was a roller coaster ride that never had any dips. It was all loop-de-loos. It was all forward. It was all fast-paced. But at the same time, it was wonderfully placed. Not a single episode was wasted, and that's why I loved it. The characters, are you kidding me? Fucking dope. The dialogue was fire. So many elements of this world is just unexplored and unknown, and you just get to see them piece by piece, bit by bit. And don't even get me started on the magic system and Frieren and the mage system, which is fucking amazing. I love how what one person might deem as a useless, wasteful spell in the hands of a master is now like the strongest thing that ever exists. How the constant theme of advancement through evolution, where it's like you might not be the person to perfect something, but you can put enough into it that when the next person gets it, it gets elevated to the next step. I love those little themes and underwritten ideas. And this, and it's also that also underlying theme is why Himmel, although he's no longer with us, he will never die. He found a way to cement himself into the legacy of the world no matter what. And whew, if you didn't like Free Run, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. I legitimately don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And if you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. Hell is wrong with you, man? Damn. All right, the next thing we're getting to is surprising for you and for me. Konosuba Season 3 was absolutely one of the best seasons without a doubt, it was the best season of Konosuba so far, but it was also one of the best pieces of anime of the year. I don't know if Konosuba was so fire because I finally know enough about the anime in Japan to understand some of the jokes and the gags, or if the character tropes. Now that I have a good understanding of the characters and the tropes, that everything just seemed to flow effortlessly. But I was laughing my ass off all goddamn season. I often say that comedy animes are very hit or miss. Like it's very hit or miss because sometimes they're trying too hard. Sometimes the jokes revolve around the culture or understanding inside jokes of anime or the culture, and it's too hard to digest. But Konosuba found a fantastic balance in this season 3. The way they were able to use previously established not only characters, but events and issues to build upon the storylines that they were currently showing was bar none masterful. There's moments in Konosuba where I see, like in season 1 or season 2, they would have a whole episode. I was like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Season 3 said, let me show you what the fuck we was doing here. They reached back, slapped with the callback, and they're like, this is why that mattered. And it was absolutely fucking hilarious, man. I love the fact that as we progress, sometimes it feels like in a good comedy, the characters should not grow so you can continue to play on their tropes. But what I like that Konosuba was really able to do was on all the individual character tropes, the tropes stayed the same, but they evolved because the characters evolved and they got better. Kazuma is a creep, but he's not intentionally being a creep or creeping on shawties. But no matter what he does, people think he's a creep anyways. So he's just like, so there's a situation that happens, and you just know, oh my god, Kazuma, they're gonna think you're a creep, and he doesn't see it coming, and then sure enough, they think he's a fucking creep. Or of course, Darkness is gonna get horny over something, but then she turns around and gets masterfully serious, and it's like, oh, she means this. Oh my god, she actually likes this nigga. Oh my lord. And then it's like, oh no, she doesn't. She's just being her again. They did such a great job this season. It was absolutely hilarious. Even Aqua, I can't believe I'm saying this. Even Aqua wasn't useless. Holy shit. How do you pull that off? How do you still pull that off? I don't know. Long story short, Konosuba had a resurging season. This is a show that I can now put my stamp on. If somebody were to ask me what are some shows that I should watch as a new anime watcher, what are the top 5 shows I would tell them to watch? Honestly, might be Konosuba. I'm like, yeah. If you into some funny shit and you understand enough about Japanese culture and you watch enough animes to get some tropes, you should watch Konosuba though. You should watch Konosuba. Because I will still say Konosuba can't be your first anime. I don't know if it could be your first 10 anime because there's certain things, especially about isekais, especially about isekais, especially about guilds and stuff. There's certain things that you have to already kind of know to get some of the jokes. But I would recommend Konosuba without a doubt. Every chance I get, without a doubt. But yeah, the storytelling Konosuba was fantastic this year. So for that reason, season 3 Konosuba, one at the top of 2024 without a doubt. The next show on the list, this show actually came out early in the 2024 season, but it stuck in my mind. It stuck in my mind real deep, son. Pause. Kaiju number 8 was a refreshing shonen with true adult characters. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. With what? True adult characters. I know shonen's supposed to mean young man, but oftentimes I feel like shonen should actually mean young adult. Because although these shonens do have typically younger male leads, it's one of those things where, like, from the ages of 18 to 28, I feel like you can watch a shonen, learn something, and implement it into your real life to make your existence somewhat better. And I think Kaiju number 8 did a fantastic job with their adult characters and building a real interesting world with complex characters, conflicting ideologies, vivid animation, and an MC that makes you want to cheer for him. You know, sometimes there's MCs that you just follow because that's who they decided was the MC, and there's times where your MC, you want him to do good, but you're like, Kafka makes you literally want to like be his friend. Nothing would make me happier than to watch him just be happy, just to achieve his goal. There's not a lot of MCs that I really can say that about. Looking at you, funny, QQ Uswegi. Yeah, I ain't fucking with you. I don't want to see you reach your goals. All 5 of those girls should leave you. But Kafka here, my boy Kafka, I want him to get his shawty. I want him to ascend to the top and get his girl because he's been working, bro. He's been doing his damnedest. He's been doing his hardest. He hit a little brick in the road. He really reminds me of myself. Of you had dreams, aspirations, you tripped once, you tripped twice, and then you just threw everything away and you quit. And then later on in your life, you got one last chance to rise to the occasion. And you're like, if I don't take this chance, if I don't do this right now, will I be satisfied with my life moving forward? And this is why I felt like Kafka, the MC of Kaiju number 8, was such a relatable and strong character. Because I really feel like no matter what age you are, as a man or even as a person, I'll argue, there's gonna be times where like the world's gonna knock you down and you're gonna like you won't stand up. You'll be on your knees for a little bit, struggling. But at a certain point, you gotta stand the fuck up. You gotta get the fuck back up. You can't stay down forever. And I think Kaiju number 8 is telling a story of Kafka who is in the process of standing up and taking his place in the goddamn world. And they do it in a wonderful way with the people around him. I like Kaiju number 8 also because it's a very unique twist on the AOT method where it's like you are this, but you have this inside of you. And now you're kind of like us, but you're not like us. Shout out Kendrick. And going through those motions of like, how do you keep this secret, but use this power to your advantage? How do you go about your life? What is going to be your outcome? And Kaiju did a fantastic job of really getting us over a lot of hurdles and opening the doors into the possibility for whatever the next season is going to hold. Typically, in a show like this, the big secret doesn't come out till like season 3 or something. A few people know, but the big secret's not out. What I love that Kaiju number 8 did, they were not afraid to expose the secret early. And because they exposed the secret early, they were able to just evolve the story. And now we're already on to the next thing. Okay, you got a Kaiju in you. Great. Oh shit, Kaijus are evolving? Oh shit, this threat is getting worse? Oh shit. There's so much more that feels left to explore that I think they did a fantastic job bottling it in, letting it off, in a good manner, getting those rocks off, the big reveal. Oh shit, everybody knows. And then right after we get to that, we introduce the consequences of Kafka to the world, and then right after that, they hit you with the next threat. I thought it was fantastic storytelling. The animation looks fucking amazing. The fight choreography is unmatched to anything that I've seen the entire year, specifically choreography wise. I also wouldn't say the same thing about Dan. The choreography in Dan was fire. Different from Kaiju number 8 in its own ways, but both of them, just the things you would imagine in a fight sequence, the realism of the fights, because there's like little physical things that happens. And if you've ever done martial arts, if you've ever been in a fight, you're like, yo, that's fucking dope. I like how they incorporated that. Kaiju number 8 just hits all the right bells and whistles and all the right notes. It makes this beautiful fucking melody of an anime. I absolutely love the hell of that shit. It also does a good job of keeping the classic shonen tropes in there. You know, and this like contrary to what I said about Konosuba, Kaiju number 8. I would show Kaiju number 8 to somebody as their first anime. If you've never seen anime before, I would throw you Kaiju number 8. I think this is the perfect example of a show that will draw you in, will show you what anime is really all about, still hit you with the classic, triumphant music when your MC stands up tall for the first motherfucking time, and really just deliver a story that's complicated but still easy to follow, with good characters all around and fantastic animation and storytelling. And yeah, Kaiju number 8, I can't say enough good things about it. Absolutely fan fucking tastic. As far as the year has gone, Kaiju number 8 was one of the best animated towards the beginning of 2024. And to be honest with you, at the end of 2024, still one of the best, without a doubt. So if you didn't see Kaiju number 8, go check that shit out. That was fucking fire. Look at this screenshot. Look at this shit. Tell me this is not fire, bro. Oh, man. Absolute heat, bro. Shout out my man Kafka. Doing it all for us old heads. Now, this one is probably going to surprise y'all the way it surprised me. One of the top anime of 2024 was actually Ranma 1.5, bro. I already know from the YouTube views that not a lot of people have Ranma on their radar. But what other show could you think of where the MC is both the best boy and the best girl? And on top of that, it has fighting, they be beefing, they be really boxing, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Ranma is a violent ass show. For a rom-com, probably the most violent rom-com since Tomo-chan is a girl. I'm not even joking either. Violent as all hell. It's definitely one of the most surprising, uh, and it causes a lot of confusing moments where I wasn't sure if I was happy, horny, or impressed at times because of the show's ability to just, like, I don't know, pull a shawty out of nowhere. That's the best way I can say it. Every single episode, there was just the new baddie to catch your attention, or they would put their main baddie, aka Ranma, in some compromising positions where you had to be like, damn, that's Ranma? For real? Like, legit? And then you start having some thoughts where it's like, would, shouldn't, might, but would not tell anybody if I did type shit. You know what I mean? But it was a great show. The chemistry between Ranma and Akane is fucking insane. They do a very good job. Now, mind you, tsundere is not my flavor. It really is not my flavor. But what they do with Akane is this thing where she is rough, she is tough, she'll tell you how it is, but every time you put her in a compromising position where she has to be vulnerable, she goes into this oddly soft mode that I feel like she truly wants to be in, but the world doesn't allow her to be in that soft mode. And it's a very interesting dynamic because it's almost like she's a forced tsundere. Like, if she had it her way, she would never be a tsundere. But because of the way life has just gone for her, it's just kind of where she ended up. She wants the soft life, but she's a thug up front. And I really feel like as we progress through Ranma, what we're seeing is her finding someone who allows her to just always be soft, but then the rough moments still pop up, which is a very interesting dynamic. It's very interesting. It makes for great fucking chemistry. Cause like this man Rama will be sweet talking, really saying some nice, sweet, sensual shit to her, and she starts falling for it. And then something happens, and now she's throwing fucking elbows at the man. It's insane. Or he turns into a shawty, and now it's like, yo, two shawties? Oh, you know we love some girls loving, boy. You know we love that on this motherfucking channel. You know that's my motherfucking shit, boy. What? But anyways, I say all that to say. Yeah, Rama was real surprising. Excellent show, good storytelling, smoke on every single episode. They have every type of shawty you could ever want to see. There's a new shawty every other episode, and I ain't gonna lie, the lead shawty Akane is honestly, I don't even know if she's top 5 in her own show. I don't know how to feel about that. You'll probably never hear me say this again because it's such a controversial thing to say. because they introduced some other shawties that are just objectively, they're better. Yo, they're thicker, they're sweeter, they're nicer. They say exactly how they feel. There's one that's bad, but she's evil. And there's one that's bad, but she's crazy. But at the same time, it's like, yeah. But anyways, Rama really brings a lot to the table. It gives you, it's like a feast. You could have one bite of everything that you would like, but at the end of the day, the main course, Rama and Akane, will always be there to satisfy your palate. And it was awesome. It was really awesome. They do a good job again, character building, really letting you see the inner thoughts and workings of the important people in the story. Shout out to Ryuga, the fucking pig. We don't fuck with him though. But it's definitely a very different take at romance because they started off betrothed, but they have no relationship. They want to be together, and I feel like it's established in episode one. They're like, oh yeah, I won't mind doing it, but I don't want to do it just because you told me. And we're watching just build towards each other, brick by brick, and it's beautiful, man. It really is. I will also say this about Ranma: the style of the anime I think aged beautifully. I actually did go out of my way to watch a couple clips of the OG Ranma, and they did a very great job modernizing the 1992 Ranma into the Ranma today without drop. They elevated. They took the same art style and they elevated it for modern times, and they stuck true to their guns and true to their tropes. And honestly, I will also say Ranma is actually legitimately funny too. That's something in some rom coms try to be funny. Ranma is funny, and that's the other reason why I like it. Definitely a top anime of 2024. I doubt you'll find Ranma on anybody else's list for top anime 2024, but on mine, yeah, it's in there, baby. It's definitely in there. Next top anime we got the GOAT. My man Tight Kubo out here dropping two cores on our head tops. Two cores of pure fucking heat. You got everything in the goddamn two cores. We got beefing, fighting, dead homies, dead ops. We got the thickest bitches in all the land coming back. We got Yorochi showing them thighs. We got Orihime somehow not thrusting the three worlds of Bleach into disarray with the disproportionate amount of plot that she carries on her. How the entire show does not just flip on its motherfucking head from her just sheer presence, I will never understand. I understand why Yahabawa wants to destroy Soul Society. He's deemed that Orihime is throwing off the entire balance of the world, so thus he must recreate it in his image to support those gigantic fucking bazungas. But he's wrong, bro. We gotta let her cook. So with that being said, yeah, there's no escalation. The escalation. Let me get serious for a second. The escalation of the Quinty invasion has been insane to witness. I know that it's supposed to be a threat. I knew that. Oh no, Soul Society is in danger. But Soul Society is actually in danger. I don't know how to say that any better. I knew that there was gonna be a problem, but I thought we were gonna be like winning battles along the way. But Tite Kubo said, "I am not afraid to kill your favorite character. The person who you think is the strongest, I'm not afraid to put them in a body bag and for them to never come back ever again." And just completely not only raise the stakes, but change the playing field as we go, literally and figuratively. Because if you know, you know. Yahabawa said, I don't like how y'all built this fucking place. I'm gonna redo this shit with my own interior design. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. Excuse me. Ted Kubo has built a fantastic sense of doom for this season. I truly feel like with the Thousand Year Blood War, we're truly reaching like the end. Like if you told me after this, it's the end of the entire manga, I would be like, oh shit, yeah, it feels like it. It feels like there's a sense of finality that we're building to, that we're about to close the door on, never to come back. Things as we know it can never return the way they were. Even if by some act of God himself, the Almighty, is not successful and we beat him, I don't know if we will return things the way they used to be. And I love that fact. I love that it's not just kumbaya, power, friendship, let's turn back the clock and make everything right. We will have to experience growth loss, evolution, regeneration to get to the end of this. And they're doing a fantastic job. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. The fights, the choreography has been beautiful. Ichigo, Ishida, everybody's having their moments of goatedness. Renji Elabarai still doing what he does best, taking fucking L's. You got new Quincy's popping up with unseen, unheard of powers, only to get slapped down and wiped by something else. It's been a treat to watch. It's been a pure fucking joy. And I can't say enough about Bleach as being fan fucking tastic. Um Kubo does this thing where a lot of times when there's anime, there's fillers, there's episodes that kind of matter but don't really matter. Kubo has the ability to take what feels like a forgotten or left behind piece of plot or story and weave it into the future just beautifully. We've seen him do it with the Fullbringer stuff. Shout out to the Bleach community. Y'all was wrong about the Fullbringer arc. We've seen it now with the Visor. If you don't know what that is, you better go fucking find out. We see it with the hollows, the Iran cards. Time and time again, Ted Kubo is saying, I know you thought I forgot, but guess what? No, the fuck I didn't. And just fucking spitting fire onto the page and lighting everything ablaze. It's absolutely fucking gorgeous. Witnessing the new powers in different bankais has been absolutely amazing. Because when you really think about it, we went like almost 350 episodes of Bleach, and we saw maybe like 8 bankais, 10 bankais. But I gotta be honest, between core 2 and 3, I think we've doubled the number of bankais we've seen. And they keep getting bigger, badder, better, and more beautiful. It's been such a good year for Bleach. I am glad that of the original big three, I stuck my guns to Bleach because I truly believe Bleach clears all of them. Bleach is top three and it ain't number three and it's not number two. I'm here to tell you that right now. If you're not watching Bleach or you don't like Bleach, go drink some. That's all I gotta say to you. We out this bitch. No, we're not out this bitch. We're on to the next one. We're on to the next one though. The next show, top of 2024. Yo, Alia hides her feelings in Russian. This one, I'm gonna be honest with you, this one barely made the cut, but it made the cut for some very specific reasons, right? It's a capable MC, check. Dark backstory, check. A hot Russian girl who likes you, what more can you ask for? Alia was a nice turn of rom-com for many reasons, but my favorite, without a doubt, and this you'll see across the board, any rom-com where the shawty kind of already likes the MC will be like typically my favorite. It's always about we know the shawty likes you, but now either you A have to discover that she likes you, or B, you have to work on yourself and get over your insecurities enough to believe that she likes you, or to deem yourself worthy to get that girl or be with that girl. The reason I like those is because I'm a big believer in self improvement, continuous improvement, meaning that even when you reach your goals, you need to set new ones so you have something to keep reaching up to. And I feel like Aya does a good job of this, but also injecting a little bit of mystery into the backstory where you're like, I'm listening to this story, but something's not adding up here. And they do a good job of addressing what that mystery is later on. So the other part of the mystery I was talking about was how MC has to deal. Well, I can't remember his name right now. He has to deal. Yuki? No, his sister's Yuki. How he has to deal with the fact that he's not with his family. He's still competing against his family, but it's a real tough family dynamic, right? But the other mystery that he has to deal with is I feel like that we are supposed to believe that Alia is the girl he met when he was younger that made him learn Russian in the first place. But I don't know if this actually her. It might be Alia's sister, bro. It might actually be Alia's sister. Now, I don't have enough information to really say that. But there's just moments in the show where if you're paying attention, you're like, what do you mean by that? Or that's weird. Or it's like, wait, that hair doesn't match. Or this timeline doesn't quite match up. I don't have enough proof, but I do feel like the author intentionally threw in just that little bit of doubt just to give you a little bit of like, yo, what if it's not her? Do we go with her anyways? Do we pretend it's her? And then yeah, so I like that part of the mystery. She likes you, and you want to and you like her. She likes you, and you know she likes you, but you don't want to make a move yet because you don't know how to close this deal. How do you ensure that she's the one that you're looking for? I like it. It's a good clever use of language. First off, that makes it unique versus everything else. We got multiple languages. Two, the fan service. I'm not gonna lie, it's subtle but really really good. There's thighs as far as your eyes can see, and they just make sure that every time you think you've had enough, you don't. You want more. And also they have a great cast of characters around. You'll notice that a common theme of all of the best shows is the cast of characters around the co-leads, the two leads or the one lead. The the surrounding cast is always going to be have depth. They're going to have depth, they're going to have color, they're going to bring things to the story that matter, not just for sakes of giggles and shits and all the nonsense that you need just to keep the story moving, but they bring a complexity that affects the main relationship too. And Alia does a better job at this than most shows because you got Yuki, the sister, who's also kind of pining for bro's love, loves him but's pining for, but also like his biggest op. You have the Yuki's maid who has like a strong devotion to him, but like also is kind of his op. It's just a lot of complexities in the characters of Alia that just elevates the show to another level. And it's nice to see how they interact either in a group setting or even separately and really establish those bonds, which honestly is it's wholesome, bro. Alia's just really fucking wholesome. I don't even know how else to say it. I like my favorite thing about Aya. I'll end with this. My favorite thing about Aya is the Aya the show. Its ability to use characters' insecurities to not only make them relatable, but to show how to get past those and to show that not to be afraid to voice those insecurities or to work on those so that they're no longer a hindrance to you. It happens with Aya and her public speaking. It happens with Yuki and her fighting to be the top of her family and the struggles that are associated with that. You even see his mama who has a little bit of shame of how she's treated him, and it's kind of like they kind of can't face each other. He has this dark familial anger and angst because of what they've done to him, but he's channeled that into a different way of like, I'm not playing y'all reindeer games. I'm gonna do my thing, but at the same time, he's still fucking him. It's just fantastic writing. It's good. I love the balance of the relationship buildings, but also building each other up throughout the show. Aya, definitely a top anime of the year. It's a contender, man. It's a contender. Again, this is one of those shows. If you have not seen it, make sure you go and check it out because I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna go read the chat. We're gonna go read the chat, see what's up. Frieren to go, Kaz the goated MC. Facts. What deal's going on, Prime? Bleach cooking, Sabu. Yes, it is. The Unohana stuff was nice to see in part one. It was a deep cut, bro. Nah, why you gonna mention Unohana right now, bro? That Unohana shit was fucking amazing. Oh my god. Yo, I was fully unprepared for her role. I was fully unprepared for her to be unmasked as the original Kenpachi. I was fully unprepared to realize there's only been two Kenpachis and I'm looking at both of them. And then what they did, oh my god. Whoo, Bleach shotties are some of the baddest shotties in all the fucking land, bro. And Unohana was without a doubt one of the top 5 best shotties in all of Bleach. That body, oh my god. Whoo. Lord Jesus. Best rom-com of the year is Ranma, in my opinion. Oh, you came in right after I was done talking about Ranma. Ranma, I did mention Ranma as one of the top anime of 2024. Ranma was one of the top of 2024 without a doubt. If Aya in it, then I better see gushing over Magic Girls in it. Let me stop. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. You gotta keep watching to find out. If you're watching on YouTube or on Spotify, I appreciate you. Make sure you drop a follow, drop a like, comment down below. So far at this point, what do you think my list is based? Lame or meh, kind of mid? You tell me what's at this point of the first 6, which ones are the best. But all right, chat, I'm gonna get back to the list. So we could have the tier list at the end. We got a tier list at the end. The next show on the list is one you guys are familiar with. The Dangers in My Heart. I'm gonna tell you right now, there might not be a more relatable rom-com MC than Kyo. He's a great blend of who I'm not wanna be, who I'm not who I wanna be, but I'm working on becoming the person that I deserve to be. A lot of people won't really understand what that means, but I think Dangers in My Heart does a great job of taking a character who sees a shawty, wants that shawty, and then starts working on himself unintentionally and just gets better every single time. And then, of course, I told you my favorite trope is she likes you, and you know she likes you, and we just gonna ride with it. Season 2 of Dangers was amazing because we already know, yo, she likes me, I like her, she knows, I know. Now we're just building on getting the closeness that we need to become a true item. And one of my favorite things about Dangers is every time one of them takes a step, the other one steps up to meet him. Kyo does something, Anna meets him. Anna does something, he meets Anna. And the tit for tat, the trade-off is beautiful. It's one of those things when you're truly building a relationship with someone, oftentimes somebody has to take little leaps of faith. And it's up to you when that leap of faith happens, you have to jump too. It's not always a massive leap. It's not, oh, I like you, let's get married. It's, oh, I like you, and I'm willing to say it in front of other people. Or it's like, oh, I like you, and I'm willing to hold your hand without having to ask. Or, oh, I like you, and I'm willing to sacrifice something because I saw you sacrifice for me. That's what all of season 2 of Dangers was. It was really showing how relationship creates that closeness of each person taking a little leap, a little step forward, and the other person matching that freak. And at other times, you don't just match the freak, you match the freak and then you overstep the freak to let them know you really down with the shits. One of my favorite parts of Danger Season 2, there's this joke with the chocolate on Valentine's Day, on White Day. White Day! Woo! We love White Day around her. But, and Anna gives this man Kyo chocolates, and he gets the chocolates, and he's like, this doesn't mean she likes me. These are obligatory chocolates. These chocolates she gave to everybody, so I can't use these chocolates and say that she loves me with these chocolates. And then Anna's like, you motherfucker. You really gonna take my gift and act like I would give that to anybody? So then she takes another step. So this nigga can't say that he does not know that these are not obligatory chocolates, my boy. These are, I'm going, all that. Those are good chocolates, my boy. And the whole season is nothing but those little escalations of them just building this closeness. And it was such a beautiful thing to watch because it's just ultra. And I want to say this, and people are going to be like, what? It is very realistic and very relatable and very feasible. And a lot of times the beauty in the show is in the vulnerability that you have to be willing to show. And each of them take that time to share it with each other. I also like the hiding around the friends, hiding around the family, the meeting of the family. And the first time you meet your girl's dad, and you gotta be like, oh my God, this nigga's gonna hate me. And then he ends up fucking liking you for whatever reason. It's like, I'm in, bitch. Yeah, season 2 of Dangers hit every fucking note beautifully. It was wonderfully done, bro. It was wonderfully done. I love the use of insecurities and inadequacies, but instead of shying away to those or falling victim, and we go on this cringe long 3-episode arc of like, ugh, we resolve this stuff within 1 to 2 episodes. We come to an understanding. We do the human, and I hate to say it, the adult thing, and you talk it out or you feel it out with the person where you got the issues going. And Dangers does it in a way that just, it's heartwarming, bro. It's a feel good. There's different kind of rom-coms. This one is a feel good. Like, there's moments where you're going to be like, oh my God, this is so toxic. Oh my God, my heart. But at the end of every episode, you actually just feel good. It does a great job of catching that. It does a great job of capturing that feeling, bro. I also think it's a great depiction of how an overthinker and a shy person can totally work. because like that's a common trope we see. Either the guy or the girl's an overthinker and the other person is kind of shy. And so the shy person doesn't want to be a bother, so they're always hiding. And the overthinker is watching the shy person that they love and like, oh my God, they fucking hate me. They don't want anything to do with me. And they're overthinking. But y'all just got to make that shit work. And they do a great job. Absolutely fucking great job. But yeah. Watch Dangers in My Heart, bro. That shit's gonna warm your heart. And also, Dangers in My Heart, Dangers in Your Heart will teach you something. I almost was done talking, but I'm not. It will fucking teach you something. I'm not going to lie. Of all the rom-coms that I've listed so far in 2024, the one that I took the most lessons away from and I actually attempted to incorporate into my own life was Dangers in My Heart. Watch Dangers in Your Heart. It will help you with the shawties. And I'm saying this as a grown man. Oh, that sounds embarrassing now. Okay, I'm done. The next show on the list. Oh, you thought we was going to forget this one? Solo Leveling? Fuck no. Solo Leveling is animation? Check. Relatable MC? Check. Dope world building? Check like a ding dong, nigga. Solo Leveling is it's exactly what it is. I saw this discourse on Twitter that people were saying, oh, Solo Leveling is not that good. It's not even that deep. Blah, 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 blah. I watch better anime. Ha, 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 ha. Solo Leveling is not trying to be something that it's not. It is exactly what you think it is. It is a power fantasy of an egoist who refuses to die, who refuses to quit, and is literally just going to surpass his fucking limits every time you think you're at the top. It's not power of friendship. It's power of me, nigga. Power of me. And I fucking love it. It's not the thing that Solo Leveling does best is it's not trying to be what it's not. It's literally saying, yeah, this is a power fantasy. We're going to get power. We're going to get stronger. We're going to fail sometimes. But even when we fail, it's not a total failure. We're still going to achieve something. It's called failing forward. It's something that not a lot of people hear or talk about. You have to fail forward. It's okay if you fail, but don't fail in a way that knocks you back into the past. You need to fail forward, meaning you need to learn a lesson when you fail. And Solo Leveling is nothing but failing forward, surpassing your limits, and just being a badass motherfucker with some badass lines. The cheesy, stealing from Sid, I am atomic, or saying, rise. It's just fucking thugging. Solo Leveling is supposed to be beautiful, thugging, explosions, action, blood, gore, bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Bodies, 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 bodies. And it just does exactly that, but extremely fucking well. I've seen power fantasies that get stale, that get boring, that get predictable. Solo Leveling has none of that. It's not predictable. And again, they do a fantastic job building the world where they explain things sometimes, but other times you just have to be paying attention and catch on to stuff. And the story, whether the MC is there or not, the story is moving. It does go around Sun. It does go around Sun mostly, but there's times where he's doing something and it cuts away. We're at the association, or we're with Cheyenne, or we're over here with the number 5 top ranked nigga, and he's over here like, we gotta go back to Jeju Island. Everything moves forward though, and it's all about power, and it just does it really well. And also, it's just visually stunning. One of the better animated shows of the year. The choreography is dope. They do a good job of giving that sense that you are in imminent danger, which you fucking are, by the way. You're absolutely in imminent danger watching the show. But at the same time, because of the nature of surpass your limits, you just know somehow, some way, and it's never through no schoolyard bullshit. It's always explainable how it happens. And I think to me that matters a lot. That even when he wins, it's not like that's an ass pull, that's bullshit. It's well written into the show and the world of how he was able to defeat something. Perfect example, he's fighting the obelisk and he's like, damn, it's so fucking strong. I can't slice through it. I can't pierce it. I can't blow it up. What am I supposed to do? How do I defeat this thing? How do you beat something that you can't cut into? It's like, well, fuck it. I'm out of options, but I'm not out of hands. I'm gonna fucking choke this bitch. And he crushes the fucking head of the snake with his bare hands and murders it. And it's like, that makes sense. That absolutely makes fucking sense. You can't cut through it. You're gonna have to use some blunt force trauma. Damn, what's that? The blunt force is so strong that you can't really do anything. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to choke that bitch out. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. Or even when he's fighting the Death Knight, right? The Death Knight clearly has him outclassed, but the Death Knight's like, I'll fight you on your level. And of course, in classic video game fashion, there's always some sort of critical hit. There's always some sort of vulnerability in any opponent that you face. And he found that vulnerability through sheer grit and was able to pull out a crazy fucking victory. Solo leveling was hype. Hype every fucking episode. Even in the little down episodes when they're doing world building, which I will say, there's only two of those episodes where they did a lot of world building and it didn't feel like anything happened, but it was still fucking fire. Fantastic show. Everything I hear about the manhwa is fucking amazing. I look forward to this coming back and seeing what they produce. Cause yeah, it's gonna be fucking dope. Absolutely dope. One of the things I think I said again, one of the things that solo leveling does best is the parallel storytelling of Sun is doing something, the association is doing something, and the gates are doing something. And then as they come together, they intersect, intersect, desect. He drops into the guild storyline. He goes into the gate storyline. He says on his own shit. And at other times, the intersection of the stories is well woven and well done. And I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people will be like, that makes you lazy. It's easy to follow. I think that's the best thing about this power fantasy is they're not making it overly complicated. Don't get twisted. There's some nice elements in it that if you're paying attention, you're picking up on it. But at the same time, the show also goes on to just tell you later. It's not like a big secret, like, oh, we'll never tell you, we'll never explain that to you. It does a really good job of not being overly complicated, and that's honestly a good appeal to it. As I was saying about Kaiju number 8 earlier in the show, I would recommend solo leveling to somebody for their first anime. I would. I really, really would. It smacks, bro. It smacks. But yeah, solo leveling, quality. Top of 2024 for sure. Next one, this Delicious in Dungeon, right? We're gonna talk about Delicious in Dungeon, right? Delicious in Dungeon is up there with Ranma, where this anime, I did not know what to expect. I wasn't sure I was gonna like it. And by the time I realized how much I liked this show, we were so far into it. I was like, when did this show get so good? Was it always this good? Lord and behold, yes, it was always this motherfucking good. Um, they did a good job with a classic twist on a dungeon crawling style of anime. We've picked up girls, we've gotten overpowered in a dungeon, we've released spiders in a dungeon, and now we're cooking in one. But we're not just cooking like regular food, like, oh, some apples, oh, some onions, some tomatoes, a little bit of celery. Nigga, we're cooking monsters, bro. The things that we're supposed to be killing and vanquishing, things that have sentient and their own thoughts, and at times, things that are creepy, crawling, and fucking disgusting. We're eating everything, bro. Like, as someone who eats ass, watching Delicious in Dungeon made me think, wow, y'all eating something worse than ass right now, bro. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Delicious in Dungeon was a very interesting but grotesque show. The number of times that I cringed or gagged at what they were about to eat, the sounds, the depictions, how visceral at times the anime got. Like literally peeling fucking silkworms and then chopping them up into sushi. It was fucking nasty, bro. And then there's an episode where they eat like treasure bugs. And I'm like, that nigga's eating bugs? What the fuck is this, Africa? Oh, yeah. But all that aside, the characters and the world building was fucking amazing. The storytelling was well woven. We took so many different twists and turns that I would never expect from this show. And every episode was like a brand new fucking discovery. Like, if you could imagine what it was like to be Columbus for 26 straight episodes, that's what Delicious in Dungeon was. The beauty of dungeon related shows is supposed to be the discovery, the fascination, the new world. And Delicious in Dungeon did that not only with food, but with characters and the story. and the threats. It was just all encompassingly in fucking sane. It's one of those shows where I'm not gonna lie to you, Delicious in Dungeon might not be for you. I don't think Delicious in Dungeon is for everyone, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, if you can stomach it, it's a fantastic watch. Like this nigga Laos is fucking crazy. One of the craziest niggas in all of anime, bro. I would, if you put Laos, May Yuri from Bleach, and Dr. Stone in a room together, I guarantee you Laos would be the first one to do something weird. I promise you. Senku might do something weird. We already know that. Mayuri would probably do something weird eventually. Without a doubt, Lyos is gonna do something fucking weird. I know he's gonna do it. And he's gonna do it within the first 90 seconds, bro. You just fucking know he's gonna do something weird. And that's basically what this whole fucking show was. Here's our friend Laos. He's kind of weird, but he's a good guy. Oh my god, what the fuck is he doing? Oh my god. I think my favorite part of Delicious in Dungeon was at the end of the reactions, me, Lee, and Dark would be like, would you eat that? And it's like, no, yeah, I'm not eating that. I'm like, I would eat that. And they're like, you're gonna eat that? I'm like, I'd eat that, bro. What do you want me to do? There's so many cool things about Delicious in Dungeon, bro. I advise you to go watch it. There's a lot of times I had the question, if we've reached a point of no return, is this the most disgusting thing that you could ever imagine? And then the very next episode, they'll present me with some new bullshit. Legitimately. And I think, shout out to the author of The Listen Dungeon, the absolute creative mind they had to have to come up with some of the things that happened in the show is absolutely fucking beautiful. One of the ones I'm thinking of right now was towards the end of the season where they thought they were trying to fight a griffin, but what happened was they weren't trying to fight a griffin. It was a different monster that got transmuted into a griffin because it stepped into some poisonous spores. But you don't know that until the end of the episode. And the whole episode is them trying to figure out why the fuck can't they defeat this monster? And then when you get to the end, it's like, oh my god, that makes sense. And then even the solution to defeating the monster is so fucking unorthodox. You're like, okay, on the count of 3, we're all gonna eat the spores and become something else and confuse the monster. And it's like, nigga, what? And then that's what they did, and it fucking worked. Absolutely creative as all hell. I feel like every episode was its own surprise. At this point of the world building, there's so much unknown. Like, they give you the information to know, but then the unknown is so vast that it's almost like I can't even fathom what are we supposed to do with this. I thought it was fan-fucking-tastic, and I can't speak well enough about Delicious in Dungeon. Not to mention the monster design, the character designs were amazing and robust. Woo! But yeah, and I thought they did a really good job of taking lore of monsters that we would already know and either just adding a little bit to them to make them unique to the show or twisting it in a way that you weren't expecting. The Legend Dungeon is a surprise waiting for you in every single episode. Go watch it. One of the best things of 2024, bar none. And if you disagree, like I said earlier, go argue with your mama, son. The next show, top of 2024, this is going to come as a surprise because I'm not going to lie, even I'm surprised. Goddamn gushing over Magical Girl. Shout out to my man Golden earlier, who was like, if you put Alia and you didn't put gushing, I'm fucking rioting. Guess what? Cancel the riot. It's not January 6th. Hang up the phone. The president gonna tell you to go rush me. We're good. Gushing made the 2024 list. I did not have a lot of experience with Magical Girl shows. Honestly, the only experience I had before gushing over Magical Girls was Sailor Moon, but Sailor Moon came out like in the 90s, and it's not the same kind of Magical Girl show as gushing, right? We know this objectively. I left gushing a fan of the genre. I was like, I don't know if all Magical Girl shows are like this, but if it's anything remotely close, yo, put me on, bro. Put me the fuck on. So I've been looking forward to seeing more Magical Girl shows if the story is as in-depth as this one is. This story of gushing is very unique I can't say it's very unique. I haven't seen enough Magical Girl shows to know the truth or not. It's a dark ass story, and the magical girls are following are the bad girls. Like we the villains, bro. We out here causing trouble, mischief, destroying private property, assaulting shawties. Like we're the villains, bro. But the take on it being a villain, Utena being a villain, is so fucking unique. It's the yandere, like I love you so much that I would hurt you to keep you. And it's like, that's hot, but scary. Tell me more. And it proceeds to tell you everything that you need to know. Um, I really thought at first that when it was described to me, it was just gonna be like a horny ass show with nothing else to offer. But surprisingly enough, Gushing has again a dark undertone to it. It has a well woven story where you know that whatever's happening in front of you isn't what it appears. And what I really like about the show is it went ahead and explored that from both sides of the villains and for the heroes of what are we doing? Are we actually helping? Like, what is our purpose? Am I the problem or am I not the problem? You got to explore insecurities. You got to explore fetishes in a crazy way. And you got to see some dope character designs and some real good interplay. I don't like saying that word interplay for this show. I don't know why. I said interplay and I was like, wait. That's not what I mean. But that is what I mean. So fuck it, right? But fuck it. I do like the growth of Utena. Starting from like a very shy, useless girl, becoming her own person, and really kind of taking charge of her life and the situations around her, where normally she would just kind of run away. There's times where she would normally act restrained, but then as she became more herself, just stopped restraining herself. And there's something beautiful about seeing that level of growth where you would previously self sabotage yourself, but now you choose to rise above and to be better than what you've known yourself to be. And there's something I really like about that. There's just honestly something I really, really, really like about that. The VA performances in Gushing is something I must say absolutely fucking amazing. I didn't talk about a lot of VAs throughout the shows we've gone through so far because a lot of times the show itself just delivered, but specifically in Gushing, the VA performances, the switch from being sweet to being evil to really like demate and being degrading, they did a fantastic job. Each and every character has a wide range, except of course the girl who doesn't talk, has a wide range of showing their emotions and their feelings. And it was one of the better VA performances of the entire year for across the anime. Like, don't get twisted. Dan the Dan, fantastic VAs. I think danmachi, Belle's VA and danmachi, absolutely fantastic. But Gushing, for a show where I was really not expecting too much, it really delivered on a lot of fronts I just wasn't ready for. Um, the the Gushing had top tier fight and animation sequences, always leaving you feeling how amazed, but also how depraved and creative one author could truly be when it comes to certain things. The fights never quite go how you think they're going to go. One of the fights I'm thinking of in specific was Karen, this little nurse girl versus like the red fucking magical girl, and they're playing like doctor or they're playing mommy, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching right now? I was like, what the fuck happened? And then the red magical girl dookies herself, and I guess the girl changes her and they bond over that. And I was like, was this a fight or a fetish? I don't know what to do with this. Like, literally, what I watched was amazing, but it left me speechless. Even right now, I'm reliving it in my head. I'm like, that was just fucking weird, bro. I'm like, that was so fucking weird. Like, I'm getting like secondhand embarrassment again because I remember that how at the end of that episode, I just kind of put my hand in my head like this, and I was like, what happened? I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? And Gushing leaves you with that emotion at least 5 times where you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? What is happening before my eyes? And there's not many shows this year that have done that. And that's why Gushing made this list, bro. That's why Gushing made this list. Did I mention the show's horny? It's horny as fuck. But also the budget and animation that Gushing was imbued with really makes you look at some of these other studios funny. It's like, yo, what was y'all niggas doing with y'all money? That Gushing put this masterpiece out. What the fuck was y'all doing? Yo, I pray to God Gushing gets a season 2. If it never does, I wouldn't be surprised. But this is one of those shows where it is worth the watch. Don't watch it with your family though. I would say don't watch it with your girl either. Do what I did. Go watch it with your homeboy in a room together. But yeah, Gushing definitely one of the better shows of 2024 without a doubt. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I want to read the chat. I want to see what Golden said. Let me go. Yo, Tom Reforge, what's going on? Welcome to the Nasty Cast. We're doing Sauce Maho Radio. Dub Sis and Dub Anna friends. Yo, facts. Best Soul Leveling coming back 2 on Saturday. Excited. Thank you for the follow, Tom. We wait an extra week to add him during the Goku Jump to honor DBC author Holy Base. Also, music when he's fighting was a good single song as well, to be honest. Are you talking about Vegeta? Are you talking about Vegeta's fight? Vegeta's fight was actually lit, bro. I loved it. I almost forgot talking about non-Japanese anime. Link click better be on this list. It is not. Delicious Dungeon had far better animation than one would expect for the type of show. Facts, bro. Delicious Dungeon had so much in the tank, bro. So much in the tank. There was a number of times where I was like, what's gonna happen in this next episode of Delicious? I can't imagine what they're gonna do. And then they just blew my fucking face off. Delicious was absolutely a fucking masterpiece, bro. That seemingly unimportant aspect becoming important later. Yo, facts. D&D was average to me. I was not too fond of the characters in the show. Only one on the list I disagree with so far. D&D, Delicious Dungeon, that's fair. Gushing, kind of mid. Whoa, I'm not reading that. Then you left foot. Yeah, I'm not reading that. Is there entertaining in its own way though? It is. The episode was disturbing. I only kept watching because of your reaction. Oh, yo, yeah, that episode was fucking disturbing, bro. Absolutely disturbing. Gushing outsold Frieren, just saying, that's crazy. I love watch Inukai's dog, to be honest. Yo, Inukai's dog? I ain't gonna lie. I'll never say this again on camera, but that shit was amazing. Disturbing in so many ways, but amazing. All right, let's get back to the list. Gushing saw me around episode 7 when the MC broke the blue-haired girl because the story is fire. Oh, bro. I didn't even talk about that episode. I steered clear of that episode on purpose, but that episode was when I knew I was watching some real deranged freak shit, bro. That's when I knew I was watching some real deranged freak shit. That wild shit, bro. Absolutely wild. Okay, back to the list. We're almost done. We're here on the last 2. Next, top of 2024. We're calling in. Who's that? What's that? We need a corner. A corner from Misagi? Yeah, Blue Lock, nigga. Blue Lock was amazing. I was gonna say a breath of fresh air, but it wasn't. Blue Lock was amazing. Blue Lock is a sports psychology anime. And the way that you take in information, you decipher it, what goes into it, what gives a player motivation, how do you get better at a sport with physical limitations. But it was also a beautiful masterpiece of showing how if you could do one thing better than everyone else, there's a place for you. And that's what I loved about Blue Lock. You got Chigiri, who's fast. You got Baru, the king, who over here can solo anybody. You got the dude who has super fast mechanics. You got Best Boy Batra, who got the leg moves that'll make your shit quake. Everybody has one thing that they do better than someone else, but at the same time, they can still elevate their game and their level of play mentally. Not just with their special ability, but mentally you can elevate yourself to the next level. Blue Lock does a fantastic job of that, especially in this Blue Lock versus U20. I love the story they tell of this toxic guy, Rin, who hates his brother Sai for no reason. His brother Sai reached out a hand and said, come be my egoist, a striker, and I'll be your midfielder. He said, fuck you being a midfielder. You're supposed to be a striker. I was supposed to be a striker. And it's like, why can't we just do this? And he's just toxic, right? And then here comes Asagi, son of ego, being booned in to be the next person to change Japanese soccer. And we are on this journey with Asagi for 91 minutes of him trying to figure out, how do I make my imprint? How do I make sure that this is not the last game I ever play? I don't want to go into obscurity. I don't want to play on some mid-level, mid-league team. I want to be the fucking best. And we watch him progress in his way, in his mind, in his play style to becoming the best. And he has a lot of beautiful moments. For all the complaints about animation, Blue Lock delivered a beautiful fucking story of the course of one game to determine the fate of 11. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I am very glad that in the finale, they were like, oh yeah, you said we can't animate? Let us show you what we could have been doing. But we didn't need to do. That's what I'll say about Blue Lock. Would have I liked everything to be animated? Yes. But did everything look beautiful anyways? It did. The PowerPoint, Blue Lock's PowerPoint presentation, although yes, at times I wanted to see it move, when the moments mattered, when we were hitting peak climax of a moment, they came through with the art style and they made you feel the impact. They made you give a damn. They made you care. I will say openly, and I've said it openly multiple times, I'm very much okay with the fact that Blue Lock did not animate everything. I feel like not everything needed to be animated. I feel like there's a lot of moments where it's like, as long as you make me feel the impact, you can hit me with the music, you could dim the lights, you could do things that make me feel like I'm truly a part of something special. And then animate what's important. And that's exactly what they did. And I had no beef with it. But again, in this last episode, Blue Lock, in the finale, they showed us what they could do, and it was absolutely masterful. It was gorgeous. But I don't need it. I actually don't need it. I do truly believe it enhanced the finale. I truly believe it enhanced the finale. But I feel like as long as I got one of those scenes every like 6 to 10 episodes, yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. I think Blue Lock had what I would call a perfect finish for an anime season, in that it gave you all the feelings and emotions that you wanted. Everybody, what I love the most is in Blue Lock, spoiler alert, uh, everybody who I gave a fuck about scored, bro. Like, if you really look at Blue Lock and who was and how the rankings went, the only person in the top 10, top 5 that scored was Rin. Everybody else who scored was one of our OG boys. We got Nagi with the first goal. Welcome Nipo. Welcome to introducing himself to Japan, bro. Rin got his goal that you needed to get to keep it equalized. Then you got Baru coming through Donkey, devouring Asagi, showing Asagi that sometimes you just gotta. The flow state is about not just reading the current situation. You want to read everyone's situation, pick one and go for what you think is the best. And then, of course, it's Sagi's beautiful goal. Lee pointed something out to me after we're done watching it like a week later. He's like, yo, did you notice that when the final play started, that when Asagi's face, like they show Asagi's face looking back, puzzle pieces start to fall from the sky. I was like, did it start when Asagi was looking, or because I noticed it when Ren and his brother started to go at each other, but it started with Asagi. He's reading Ren versus his brother, and the final piece of luck dropping down at the end when he's about to culminate everything he's put together. The only person who had faith in Ren to defeat his brother in this fucking moment, to poise himself into the perfect place, in the blind spot, using the spatial ability, literally a culmination of everything Asagi has fucking been learning while he was at Blue Lock. And the fact, my favorite fact, that he hit the fucking game winner with his special move, the direct kick, that this nigga Sai said, you think your direct kick's gonna work? It's not gonna work here. Fuck you, Sai. Yes, the fuck it is. Everything was fucking cooking. Michelin 5 stars. Gordon Ramsay in England making a fucking Wellington nigga just God damn, I fucking love Blue Lock, son. And yeah, if you're not a fan of sports anime, it's not really for you. If you don't enjoy psychology and psychology on a higher level and understanding self and continuous improvement, you might not like Blue Lock. But when I tell you, if you just turn your brain off and just watch it for what it is, you're gonna have a great fucking time. Hey man, Blue Lock fucking delivered, baby. It delivered. Blue Lock said, fuck the power of friendship. I got the power of me. And that's what we got to see coming to a full culmination. Blue Lock, without a doubt deserves to be a top anime of 2024. There's not many other things that is coming close. Not many other things are even fucking seeing it. Hold a fucking candle to it, my boy. So yeah, we putting that bitch right there with the goats of the year. And last but absolutely not least, again, these are not in order. Anime, the last anime I would consider a top of 2024, Oshinoko season 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was doing this list, I was really trying not to put any season 2 shows on. Originally, when I did the list, I only had animes that started and ended in 2024 and were only season 1 animes. I didn't want to do season 2s. But as I was going through the list, I realized I would be doing myself a great disservice if I did not include some season 2 stuff. It was gonna be a great disservice. Cause like, how can I not put Bleach? Like Bleach was amazing. How could I not put Blue Lock that literally blew everything out the water? And then we come to here, Oshinoko season 2. How could I not put one of the greatest pieces of entertainment fiction that I've ever witnessed? When I say entertainment fiction, I mean Oshinoko's ability to really shed light on the entertainment industry, the inner workings, deliver you information that normally you would have to like watch a documentary or know somebody in the industry to get. They really just take that, compile it for you, put it on a nice silver platter with some bad bitches and some crazy ass mysteries, and they say, "Here, would you like a bite, sir?" And I say, "Yes, the fuck I would." It was beautifully written. The storytelling in Oshinoko has the ability to make you think you're so fucking right, and then just to show you how wrong you are, but then to show you that you're wrong only because you didn't have the knowledge, and now that you have it, you can be smarter with the rest. One of my favorite things about Oshinoko was the depiction of adapting the manga into the screenplay, and how that the writer is a good writer. The writer is a good writer. He knows how to write things for screenplays. The author, the mangaka, is a great author mangaka. She knows how to write mangas. But both of them, great in their own right, have to come together to make an adaptation that's going to be beautiful. When we got everything, when we got the mangaka trying to do the screenwriter's job, failure. When we got the screenwriter trying to adapt the manga without the author, failure. We needed to come in the middle, marry hands together, and really put something together. Because there's a pivotal moment in season 2 of Oshinoko where the mangaka is like, I am so sick and tired of sitting back and watching all of yous destroy my work. You failed me, fuck you, you suck too. And it's like, whoa, god damn, man. But then you get the realization, you get the understanding. She's overworked. She's in love and obsessed with her craft and her story. And because she's so in love with it and she has control issues, she refuses to let somebody else do stuff. And thus things get messed up. Then you got the writer who can't talk directly to the author, so he's getting secondary and thirdary information, and he thinks he's doing what she wants him to do, but he's doing something completely different, and now she's getting pissed off. Things like this, like, really open your eyes and make you understand that sometimes when you're watching an anime, you're watching a show, and you're like, how is the manga or manhwa so good, but this adaptation is so ass? And they really just shed that little bit of light to let you know how these little inner working things happen. And it really gives you a better understanding, but also a greater appreciation for when you're watching something that got adapted and it's good. You're like, oh, y'all really got on the same page. Y'all did a great job. And my favorite part about it is they showed us all of this while it was wrapped in this fantastic fucking murder mystery screenplay story, love story going on. And it was just like beautiful. It was fucking gorgeous. Don't get twisted. The anime is gorgeously done. Stunning scenes. I love the things they do with the eyes and the sparkles and the galaxies. Fucking Kana got her moment. Akane got her moment. Fucking Aqua got his moment. Ruby fucking went down a goddamn a path that I was fully not expecting. It was fucking fire ass season beginning to end. There is nothing that Oshinoko was not able to do and deliver in a beautiful ass way. The ability for Oshinoko to go from happy-go-lucky dancing, singing, acting to a massive blow up of an author and production to trying to find out who murdered you were trying to murder your father, trying to find out who your father is and absolutely acts to murder him. It's just a masterclass in storytelling through and fucking through. And they managed to fit in romance. Oh my god, it's fucking goddamn. I can't say enough good things about Oshinoko. I really can't. It's one of those things where it's like, yes, it's an idol show, but it's so much more than that. It feels like it's just that, but it's so much more. And I feel like a lot of people aren't giving it a chance, which is really a shame because without a doubt, again, top anime of 2024, and it's just amazing, man. An absolutely amazing piece of artwork. But yeah, those are my top animes of 2024. So now we're getting down to the nitty gritty hard part. It's time to tier list these motherfuckers. Y'all ready for it? What's going on, Brother Shadow? What's happening? I'm gushing so Peak Lock, you know it. Honestly, final episode of Blue Lock season 2 raised my score by a whole point. I feel that, bro. I feel that. 8-Bit did slime, so they did have some kind of budget to animate the entire season. Don't know why they didn't, but yeah, Blue Lock was still fire. I don't think 8-Bit did anything wrong. I think 8-Bit very much, if that's the studio, I think 8-Bit very much was like, we could do XYZ, but I don't feel like the story warrants us having to do all of that. We don't have to do all of that. We can deliver this. We could deliver this in an easier, better way. And I'm just not mad at it. I don't know what to say about it. I'm just not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Okay. Okay, let me get all this stuff right now. What up, gang? What's going on, Brother Shadow? It ain't funny though, because Apothecary Diaries aired at the same time as Frieren. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. No. Okay, hear me out. Yeah, I don't have a defense. I actually don't have a defense. I don't have a defense. But the Apothecary Diaries had the whole first core in 2023 and then did a second core in 2024. Am I tripping? And Shangri-La? I'm not talking about Shangri-La, bro. Shangri-La was mid. And Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic is actually one of my honorable mentions. Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic is actually one of my honorable mentions. I feel very okay saying that. Let me grab my list right now. Okay. Probably aired same time as Frieren. Yep, exact same time. Exact same time. Double check. Then honestly, I should let Frieren off of this list. I honestly should let Frieren off of this list. Because I ain't gonna hold you. Apothecary, if I had to be honest, I would throw up Apothecary and take off. I would put up Apothecary and take out probably Alia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Too many heroines. Mechanic was better than Alia, in my opinion. In your opinion, my boy. Okay, let's tier list this bitch. I wish I should have made the tier list beforehand. I should have made the tier list beforehand. Damn, I fucked up. Okay. All right, it's okay. We're just gonna do it this way. Okay, these are all the ones I mentioned, right? These are all the ones I mentioned. So if I had to tier list them, if I had to put them in order, one through 10 right now. Here's the thing: there's more than 10 listed here, There's definitely more than 10 listed here, so some of these are not going to make the top 10, right? So, number 1, anime of 2024. I'm going to tell you right now, hey man, it's Frieren. It's Frieren. I don't It's one of those ones where it's like Frieren had so much of everything that I like. Not putting it, honorable mentions go hard. No, my honorable mention, look, when I tell you, can I get a bit bigger, please? Can I do that? Oh, yeah, I could flip this around. That's okay. Boom. We'll flip it around. Frieren hit all their motions. Facts. We respect Frieren. No, my honorable mentions. You could ask OG and you could ask Shadow. My original list was like 18 or 20 long, and then I fought to get it down to 15, and then I got it down to 12, and I was like, yeah, this is as far as I can go. I was like, if I go any further, it's like I don't know if I could do this, bro. I don't know if I could do this. So number 1, we got Frieren. That goes. That's an easy one. That's actually an easy one, right? Number 2, if I'm looking here, number 2, actually I can say number 2 is pretty easy too. Dan is definitely number 2. I love romance. I love something that I haven't seen before. I love the characters that they built. Everything fucking dope. Dan is right under Frieren. I would say the only thing Frieren has over Dan, that and here's my subjective tier list, right? Here's the problem with me versus other people. I think we can all agree all the shows listed here, good animation, good story, good characters, right? All these shows, like we're talking, like the difference between them is minuscule. I feel like the difference between most of these shows are minuscule, especially the top 5. Once I get the top 4, top 5, it becomes very much what moved me. What did I relate to the most? What was something that actually, Frieren? I almost cried in Frieren like 2 or 3 fucking times, bro. It really moved me. It impacted me. If it has impact, it's going to be higher on my list than something else. Because, again, characters, world building, all that stuff. When you get into the top 5, like those things are all 10 out of 10s. It's all about what's your flavor, what moved you. It becomes very subjective in the top 5. So for me, my top 5 will always consist of what moved me the most, what made me feel something, what gave me an emotion that I didn't think I would feel from it, what gave me a lesson that I carried with the rest of my life. What moves you? That's how I pick my top 5. Valid Frieren plays it. Don't forget the music. The OPs are fire. Oh, we're doing that next week. Then the intro will win the award at the Crunchy thing fast. All players with it fast. Never mind. Then I won't be in it till 2026 awards, which is dumb, but okay. Okay. So Dan's number 2, right? Now, what would I put as number 3? Ooh, boy. Oh, I'm gonna put Bleach. I'm gonna put Bleach number 3. I'll put Bleach number 3. I'd be a fake Bleach fan. 1,000-year blood. I'd be a fake Bleach fan if I didn't put Bleach in the top 3. And this time it is actually number 3. Bleach is number 3 because although Bleach was absolute fire both cores this season, and it did move me, and it had a lot of twists and turns that I wasn't prepared for, I feel like there's elements that Frieren and Dan still did better or move me more. Actually, can I be honest with you? I'm switching Dan and Bleach. Nah, I lied. I'm switching Dan and Bleach. Nah, I was literally just thinking about it. Bleach moved me and made me feel more things than Dan did. Dan has a hype though. Dan has a surprise. Dan had the I don't know what the fuck's going on, but holy shit, this is fucking cool. I don't want to let that oh my god, this is cool emotion overshadow the fact that tybw was cooking. He had his pen, he lit it on fire, and he was literally in his fucking diary like he was Eminem talking to Stan, bro. Absolutely fucking fuego. I'm swapping Bleach and Dan right now. And I feel good about this. I feel perfectly good about this right now. Right? Those top 3 can flip flop and you can't be wrong. I agree with that. The only thing I'll say for the year, for me, nah, yeah, you're right. Anybody else, if these top 3 were to flop, I won't be mad at you. But I gotta give it the Frieren, bro. You got 1A, 1B, 1C. I like that. I actually like that a lot. 1A, 1B, 1C. The fact that And I say this, and I don't say this lightly. The fact that Frieren multiple times in the season, either one made me cry, two made me reconsider my life, and three made me have a greater appreciation for life, longevity, friends, family in general. When you really got me in my emotional bag, bro, if you're a show that puts me in my emotional bag, yeah, you're fucking cooking, man. You're absolutely fucking cooking, bro. And that's just that, man. That's just that. Now I agree Freerun competes with a lot of media, not just anime. Facts. Freerun's just too special. 100% agree. Okay, now we're getting into some nitty gritty. This is where it gets hard. All right, I think I could say with confidence, Oshinoko. Oshinoko. Yeah, Oshinoko is taking in fourth spot. I could say that. I could say that with confidence. Oops. Number 5. Oops. Damn. I can say Oshinoko. Frieren made me feel a lot like Hunter x Hunter made me feel. Ooh, I like that. Hunter x Hunter did make me feel a lot. Different feelings, but I know what you mean. Any show, any piece of media that could really make me feel something. Ooh, Oshinoko definitely made me feel some shit, bro. All right. So yeah, I'm putting Oshinoko up in that bitch. Now, here's here's where it gets hard. Here's where it gets hard. Number 5. After this number 5, I feel like after this, it very much becomes whatever. Kind of made me feel stuff all the time. Stop. Oshinoko feels like it's combining 5 different genres. Combining 5 different genres and doing it well. Make sure you throw in that last part. And doing it well. Like holy shit. I think this one is gonna be a little. It does a lot in just 12 episodes a season. Yes, the fuck it does. It does. It does a lot, and it does a lot. It leaves you wanting more, but it also doesn't leave any gaps. Does that make sense? I think I said what I want to say well. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you guys. Right now, I'm struggling. For this number 5 spot, no, as soon as I said I'm struggling, no, I'm struggling. Right now, I'm fighting between Dangers in My Heart, Kaiju number 8, and Blue Lock. I'm fighting hard right now. That's what I'm looking at for number Dangers. To be honest, don't say that because I was leaning towards Dangers. I was leaning towards Dangers, and I feel like you saying that is gonna sway my emotions. But I need to hear some argument. Cause Blue Lock, don't get it twisted. I almost cried in in the finale of Blue Lock. I really almost fucking cried. And there's episodes in Blue Lock where like I was like, yo, this is so fucking fire. It reminded me of sometimes my own inadequacies when it comes to playing ball. It reminds me back when like when I played rec ball when I was in elementary school, I was good as fuck, right? In the 8 to 10 league, those 3 years I was in the 8 to 10 league, I was balling, bro. And then I had to move up to the 12. I had to move up to the 11 to 13 league. And I found myself like at the bottom of the food chain. And watching Blue Lock reminded me of those feelings of looking around and being like, yo, this person's faster, this person's taller, this person's stronger, that guy can shoot. I can do a little bit of everything, but oh my god, I'm not the best anymore. I'm not running the league no more. And it was like a real blow to my ego. And a lot of times it reminded watching Blue Lock reminded me a lot of those times and those motions and how I had to overcome my inadequacies to really get the hang back in the league. And then by the time my second year in the 11 to 13 league, I wasn't the best player in the league, but I was good enough where I didn't have performance issues anymore. So like that's why like Blue Lock holds such a special spot in my heart. It's tough, bro. Oh, you got a little. Nah, it's just dangerous because remember the growth they had. It could be Blue Lock had top 5 episode of the year, so nah. You got a little reason to Blue Lock. Do I? But I just read saying that Mushoku Tensei was this year too, my boy. Oh yeah, we're Mushoku. I thought we added that. That might be top 3. Mushoku Empire had a top 5 episode this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I loved Mushoku Tensei. It was absolute heat. But when I looked at all the anime that came out this year, And I don't say this lightly. I really don't say this lightly. Everything I have on this list, I kind of remembered it better and I enjoyed it more. Not saying Mushiko didn't produce a masterpiece. Not I like 2 years ago, it was in my top 10. I bought the first edition manga because that's how much it was on my mind. This year's Mushiko, it was fucking dope. If I had to replace something on this list with Mushiko, it probably would have been Gushing, but Gushing was better to me. I like Gushing more. Mushiko Tensei was fire this year, but I like Gushing more. You're right. I'm gonna go Dangerous, bro. Dangerous in my heart. And then so for number 6, number 6, I'll put number 6. I'll put Blue Lock number 6. I put Blue Lock number 6. Blue Lock. It's good to be talking about the ones that didn't make it anyways. Oh yeah, I'm always gonna talk about the ones that didn't make it, bro. The ones that didn't make it are still dope. See, I'm only putting 10. As you can see, we got 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 4 left, and there's a lot of space here. Interested to hear what you guys say? Oh, we definitely talk about it. So I got Dangers, I got Blue Lock. Oh, this is tough. Damn. Right now, looking at this list, I'm gonna tell you right now, Aya's not gonna make the list. Aya's just not gonna make the list. Honorable mention. Aya's gonna be Aya is honorable mention number 1. Honorable mention number 1 is Aya. Yeah. I'm gonna say, damn. I'm gonna say Konosuba, honorable mention number 2. It's easier to do it this way. Honorable mention number 2, Konosuba. All right, that makes it a little bit easier. Oh, you know what? Actually, I lied. Honorable mention number 1. This is gonna be number 2. Mushiko Tensei. Okay. That makes it a little bit easier. I'm gonna say, looking at this right here, I'm feeling like I think I'm gonna go Delicious in Dungeon. As my number 7. I feel good about Delicious in Dungeon at number 7. I do. It's getting, somebody here is not making it. Number 8. Okay. Now it comes down to, what did I like for number 8? What did I like more? Did I like Kaiju number 8 or did I like Solo Leveling more? Did I like Kaiju number 8 or did I like Solo Leveling more? Because that's the 2 I'm looking at for number 8 right now. Kaiju at 8 would be fitting. Honestly, I was leaning at Kaiju anyways. Yeah, I like that. Kaiju number 8. Now I have to say, did I like Solo Leveling? Did I like Solo Leveling more than I liked Gushing Over Magical Girls? Ooh. Solo Leveling 2 Solo. I love the character in Kaiju. Kafka? Nah, I like Kafka. I like the homeboy that has his back. I don't remember his name. I like the girl with the fucking axe. I like that his goal is to reach the baddie that he's been chasing since he was a kid. that he swore he was gonna protect. I love the world building with the fucking monsters being sentient, being smarter, the mystery behind why they chose to inhabit a human. What is this monster that's in him? A friend or a foe? Some of the monsters' evolution and the frequency of them showing up. Oh, it's fucking crazy. Shinomiya, that's her fucking name. Goddamn Shinomiya is always rich. There's a lot of good personalities in kaiju. Yo, my lieutenant homie, the short lieutenant homie, who's like, yeah, I'm so fast, I'm not good at fighting the big kaiju, but little kaiju like you, I eat your ass up. And it's like, oh, oh damn, you finna eat my ass? You finna eat it up all the way? Damn. Yeah, I like it. Lieutenant Hoshina, my man know all the names. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna put solo leveling. You know what? Honestly, no, I'm not. When it came to the number 8 spot, it was between Kaiju number 8 and solo leveling. But now that I decided that Kaiju number 8 gets the 8th spot, and I'm looking at Ranma and gushing over magical girls and solo leveling together, nah, I'm putting gushing, bro. I'm putting gushing. I'm putting gushing. I went with gushing, and I feel okay about that. Oh, gushing was peak because of how unexpected good this story was. It was, and there was actually a lot of moments that moved me because like some of the girls' backstories were really fucking dark, but at the same time kind of relatable as fuck. And I just kind of fuck with it. And I also like a story. I also like a story where like one, you're riding with the bad guys, but two, I like a story where like the good guys aren't as good as they seem, and you actually have to question like, are the good guys the good guys? Are the bad guys the bad guys? What is going on with this bullshit here? There's another mystery to uncover somewhere in here. And I really fuck with it the long way. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. When it comes to this 10th spot, I'm telling you right now. Wait. Also, you know what? I'm gonna do something controversial. I'm actually gonna take out Alia and I'm gonna say apothecary. Apothecary. It's gonna be honorable mention. Alia's just out of like to the shadow realm. To the fucking shadow realm. I didn't talk about the apothecary because it was half in 2023, half in 2024. I think when I did my best anime 2023, apothecary made the list because at that time I didn't know there was a second core coming out. But honestly, you're right. I should have put it in the same level as Frieren, but then I would have had to go back and examine all the other winter anime, and then by that extension, I would have should have excluded all this year's winter anime. But I didn't want to be like Crunchyroll because Crunchyroll's kind of stupid. So like, I don't feel bad for this. Because you came out of nowhere with this damn cat for real. Yeah, Aya getting gutted. Yeah, sorry, Aya gotta go, bro. Yeah, because then Eminence and Shadow would have been in. Better off doing it this way. Yeah, see, now I got put in Eminence and Shadow. Nah, bro, that's too much, bro. That's too much. Don't get twisted. Don't get twisted. I'm gonna say something controversial. Did I enjoy Eminence and Shadow? Yes. Would I ever put it in my top anime 2023 or 2024? No. I said what I said. Don't kill me. I said what I said. All right, Eminence season 2 wasn't as good as season 1. That part. That motherfucking part. Don't let Lee hear that. Lee knows how I feel about Eminence and Shadow. Look, believe it or not, off camera, me and Lee have a lot of discussions about a lot of things. And there's things, especially anime wise, we definitely don't agree on. Very much so. I ain't gonna lie, when I'm ready to take like guests for the radio show, like actually have like guest spots for the radio show, like the Breakfast Club type shit, he's definitely gonna be guest number one. He gotta be guest number one. How can he not be? But I'll make sure that each guest I have, I wanna do an episode that's like dedicated to be catered to them. So, like, yeah. We love this show, but the truth must be said. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. So, for this 10th spot, whoever I don't choose is just getting eliminated from the list. I'm not putting it as honorary mentions, 1, 2, or 3. These are solid. These stay right where they are. So it's either solo leveling or Ranma. Oh, that's tough, bro. That's tough. That's tough because solo leveling did exactly what it's supposed to do. It delivered on every fucking front. It was nothing but smoke beginning to end. They got thick fucking bitches and a good story and a convoluted mystery in the background that makes you want more. Ranma 1.5, a lot of it was shock value that I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was. I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was. I didn't expect to really care about the characters. I came into it completely blind, but I also came into Solo Leveling completely blind. But I kind of knew the gist of what I was getting into. Ranma was a complete fucking surprise to me on every facet. So the question becomes, what moved me more? What made me feel more? If I'm being honest with you, I think I have to go with Solo Leveling only because the MC really encapsulates how I kind of live my life. I understand that I am not the best at anything, but one thing I know I'm going to do, I'm going to outwork, I'm going to not quit, and I'm going to get up every day and outwork the fuck out of the nigga next to me who has all the talent but is not willing to put the work in. I am always going to strive to be better and continuously improve who I am as a motherfucking person every goddamn day. I'm gonna wake the fuck up, put my feet on the ground, and the devil's gonna say, "Oh Lordy, he coming!" Solo Leveling gets a spot, bro. Solo Leveling gets a spot. Cause that encapsulates the entire feeling of fucking Sun. That's it. That's it. I'm good with it. Okay, this is where I'd say Solo Ranma was good, but man, the story, it's only shenanigans and cute girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the emotional and the relatable parts of Ranma was amazing. The comedy was top fucking tier, and I don't say that a lot about a lot of shows that are funny shows. The comedy in Ranma was actually funny, fucking hilarious, like real fucking belly laughs, bro. It's not often I can say that, but I will say, I can say with confidence though, yeah, nah. Solo Leveling, it spoke to the thug in my soul that when I'm feeling like a bitch, the thug's like, shut your ass up, nigga. It's time to beef up and get the fuck out. And it's like, yeah, yeah. So I gotta go Solo Leveling, bro. Gots to. Rama's remake too. So you could put Solo Leveling with a clean conscience. Rama was heat though. It is he. Is he for what it is? Was Rama funny in Konosuba? No, no, no. I will say, I can say with confidence, the first time I watched Konosuba season 1 and the first time I watched Ranma season 1 or part 1, whatever you want to call it, I would have said Ranma over Konosuba. It really took me watching Konosuba. It took me watching Konosuba season 1 and 2 and being like, it's okay. Then I rewatched Konosuba in dub, and then the jokes were way funnier in dub and also made way more sense. But at that time that I watched the dub of Konosuba, I also had a better understanding of some of the jokes. I had a better understanding of the isekai culture, of Japanese culture, and of the tropes of isekais and guilds and dungeons and fantasy anime. I understood a lot more stuff better, and I watched it in English language naturally. So Konosuba on the second watch through was amazing. And then Konosuba season 3, because I had all that experience together, even though it was in sub, I was well versed and prepared for Konosuba season 3. And because of the rewatch, I had a lot of the knowledge fresh in my mind. So Konosuba season 3 fucking smacked, bro. 10 out of 10. Peak fucking cinema. But it was a lot of work went into me understanding Konosuba versus Ranma season 1 was just like, oh shit, this is just fire, bro. This is just fucking fire. But no, I definitely put Konosuba. As a whole, Konosuba is funnier than Ranma. But it took me a while to understand why it was funny. IDK, they both had me weak at times. That's true. Better understanding of that isekai trash. Absolute facts. Hey man, need to fix your Twitch noties. Never got the noti of most handsome dudes in the front of camera and entertaining peasants. What's going on, girly? Twitch hates me, but everybody knows Twitch noties don't work. You have to be on the app consistently to get the noties. I don't get noties for anybody anymore. Not on my phone, not on my computer. If I'm not already watching somebody's Twitch, I won't even see when other people go live. But yeah. So yeah, this is my tier list of top anime 2024. Top anime 2024. Ta-da! Are you proud of me, Mom? But yeah. What do you guys say about wrong way use healing magic? Because I love that shit. Nightman, want to make you smile. Sure no one does has accomplished that. You made me smile and a mess in my pants, girly. I appreciate you. Have a good night, my boy. Okay, hold on. Let me end this show. Real quick. Anywho's, okay. All right. Listen, my sauce Mahoians, that is today's special radio show, Top Anime 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. We got number one at Frieren. We got honorable mention to Muchiko Tensei, Apothecary Diaries, and of course Konosuba. It's been a lit show. Make sure you be sure to comment down below. Give me your top 10 list of anime 2024. What moved you? What didn't move you? Do you think my final list, do you think it's base? Do you think it's lame? Do you think it's great? What would you move around? What would you switch? What captured your attention? Remember, we're live on Twitch every Monday night for the live show, so you could call into the radio show and you could join, discuss, talk, get something off your chest, or just show some love. If you're listening to this on Spotify or watching on YouTube, make sure you comment down below what's your favorite anime for 2024, your top 3, your top 5, your top 10. Let me know so we can share. If you see it, and never forget, we're going to end this right here. If you see the sauce, share the sauce. I appreciate y'all. I'm your man behind the cam, D, and I'll catch you next one, and have a happy new year.